Hi, it's B&E time. This is Shana-Lee Scott, also known as Shauna, and I am the CEO and founder of Breathe and Exhale 360. And I am super excited because I am getting an opportunity today to share with you our first annual self-care retreat. Yes, I am super excited about it. I have been planning it, and I can't wait for you to join me. But before we get there, before we get to that information, I want you to like and subscribe to our page, Breathe and Exhale 360. Also, sign up for our newsletter on our website. You just go to www.breatheandexhale360.com and sign up for our newsletter. We send out weekly newsletters about self care tips, financial tips, something that's going on in the month that we're in, and then all the different announcements and what's going on with B&E News. So go ahead and subscribe to our newsletter as well as subscribe to our YouTube page. Um, in this video, I am going to discuss a little bit more about myself, especially if you're new to the page, and a little bit about Breathe and Exhale 360 and how that all came about. And then finally, but certainly not least, we will definitely talk about something beautiful, self-care retreat. So first, let me jump off and tell you that I grew up in South Florida, and before self care, self love became like the buzzwords, I was doing it, but I really didn't know it have a name for it or know it was a name. It was just that's just who I am. So I always had a journal as a kid and would journal and talk about my days, my crushes, all of that. And when I look back, and I still have my diaries when I was a kid, when I look back, sometimes I'm like, oh, I was a spoiled brat, and then sometimes I'm like, oh wow, that really makes sense in who I am today, right? So it's always great to journal and things such as that. And I always loved outdoors, not in a sense of what can I say, not in the sense of wanting to like play sports or anything like that. It was more of, I love nature. I love being around water, love being around, not necessarily going into the woods, but I would do a camping trip and everything. So we live by the water, so sometimes, especially as I got older, my mom would it would be okay for me to go ahead and walk across the way by the water, and I would sit there, look at the ocean. It was beautiful. Jot down, write down, journal, and just have those moments for myself. I always thought it was always important to spend time with myself. And as I got older, I understand that this is how they identify as an introvert. And sometimes I love being around and love being around people and friends and all that great jazz. But I always wanted to make sure that I at least have a moment for myself. Well, fast forward to college. And as I go about college, I've always been the person that has been active in organizations. So in high school, I was part of the magazine club. I was in different society organizations and just different clubs. I always been that person. So in college it was no different. I joined different organizations that catered to my major, and just was involved in different activities and events and volunteering and things such as that. Well, in the midst of that, you get busy, and I will always make it a point to have a moment to myself. So in college, I had my own apartment, so I will, run me a bath, have my candles, play some India Ari. You can't tell me nothing about India Ari, okay? I love me some India Ari, and just really Sade, just really just having just a nice relaxing time at home and everything. So I always enjoyed it. So going into adulthood, I still continue that. I was the person that wasn't afraid to go to the movie theater by herself, or have a dinner by myself, or anything such as that. But always making time for myself and doing something that will refill my cup, and allow me to show up my best self for my friends, my family, and the organizations that I'm a part of, or I was a part of. So always did that and everything. So that's about me. So when the pandemic came in 2020 and we found ourselves in our homes and everything, and it was my husband and I married, and my husband and I were here and everything, it was fine and everything. But that's around the same time that I started noticing people start really talking about self-care and self-love and things such as that, and those became such a buzzword. And for me, I was like, oh. And when I started reading more about it, I was like, oh, I always do that. Like, I already did that. I do that, right? So, around the pandemic, 2020, all my friends were doing the pandemic differently. So what I decided to do for my birthday in 2021, January of 2021, I decided to plan a personal retreat for myself. Now, usually I will go to dinner or do something with my girlfriends, and then I'll do something with my husband. But this year I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go and take a trip by myself. And that's what I did. I went and I took a trip by myself. I went to Fredericksburg, Texas, and it was beautiful. It is beautiful. It's a hillside country. It's such a beautiful area. When it comes to looking at the hills, having nice scenery. Nice town, lovely town. And I planned my trip, and it was great. Well, while I was there, that's how Breathe and Exhale 360 came about. Because as I was planning my trip, I'm very much extra person. And so I went ahead and I got I made myself a gift bag with goodies, just like when you go to a retreat, when you go to a conference, you get, a goodie bag, right? So I created that for myself, and which launched that into I said, well, I can create boxes for people to do self-care at home. And that is what created Breathe and Exhale 360. We are a quarterly subscription box. And we curated items to send out to our subscribers to receive the box every quarter. So 4 boxes a year of different items, different self-care items. And you can definitely check out some of our past boxes on our website, as well as on our YouTube page. I always did a box reveal. So with that, with expanding this past year, we actually did some specialty boxes. So we did a box for Father's Day. We did a box for kids going back to school, all centered around self-care. Well, with that, as well, what I end up doing towards the end of the year, we actually launched some events. So we did our events. Our first event was actually doing the book The Garden Within by Anita Phillips, and that was such a great book discussion. Different ladies came in. It was a free event. Came in and was able to read the book with each other, discuss the book every Saturday morning, and we had such a great time doing so. So again, expanding and also building Breathe and Exhale. Now we are moving into the era of self-care retreats. And I remember when I was envisioning Breathe and Exhale 360, and I was making the plan for 360 Breathe and Exhale 360. I wanted to do retreats, but and so now to see it as a fruition, I am just so super excited about it and everything. So let's transition into talking about something beautiful, self-care retreat. So my birthday's in January. So January 2021, I went on this personal retreat. I launched Breathe and Exhale 360 in October of 2021. So from January to October. So I did that. And so now with something beautiful, what I did, I'm going back to where it all started. So something beautiful self-care retreat will be in Fredericksburg, Texas in October. The dates are October 11th through the 13th. It's a weekend, and it's the perfect girlfriend weekend. I love events. I love planning retreats and everything. And when I tell you everything that's included, one of my subscribers, they said, you thought of everything, because the price includes your lodging, it includes all your meals while there, it includes your transportation while there, and so much more, so much more. And I think it's going to be a great time, for you to come and spend a great weekend with other girlfriends, and other ladies. And I think it's a perfect girlfriend weekend. I really worked hard to make it affordable, but at the same time making sure that we have great quality, and it's a great event. So with that being said, I want to go through and just answer some questions that you may have and tell you a little bit more about the retreat. So the retreat will start on Friday. I'm asking you to arrive between 3 and 5, and the events will take place between 5 and 6. I want you to be able to come in, relax, change if you need to change. I know when I travel, I travel in some sweats and a t-shirt, so you can stay in that. If you want to change, that's completely fine, because on Friday it's just comfy clothes. And so we'll get started. We'll have different activities and everything that night. I have a great event planned out, as well as your dinner that night also will be included. And it's going to be a great time just having conversation, getting to know one another and everything. Where we will be staying, the people that register for the event, they will receive where we will be staying, the address, everything about it. Just for security purposes, I didn't want to put that out there. But just know that it's wonderful, it's beautiful. I promise you, it's so beautiful. I am very excited about it. So that will be so that's where we'll be staying, as well as Friday night. Saturday we will actually I plan different group and individual activities all throughout the weekend. So Friday morning breakfast is included. We are actually going to be doing different events and everything such as that, and having a great time. One thing about me, lunch is also included as well. One thing about me, when I go to a retreat, when I go to a conference, a summit, I want to see the city. I want to see the city. I am a big component. Don't have me come to a conference and I don't get time to see the city. So I always look at the agenda and I'm like, when can I go and see the city? Do I need to fly in a day early? Do I need to fly in a day, or do I need to stay later, have my flight leave out later? What is it? So I plan both. So the morning we definitely have these different activities, and then the afternoon we'll be seeing the town of Fredericksburg. And with that, we'll be doing a community service activity, and then from there we are going to Fredericksburg. If you don't know, Fredericksburg is known as wine country. Okay, so just know, we'll be going for a wine tasting. And this place, oh my gosh, I love this place. This was like my favorite place that I went to. So in Fredericksburg, it's just a whole street, nothing but wineries, and they're all just so lovely and great. Okay, I visit quite a bit when I was there for my personal retreat, and I chose this particular one. I chose it because it was really one that I so love. I love the view. They do an excellent job doing the wine tasting and telling you about the wine, and then I remember just sitting on their porch, and it's not just like a regular porch like at your house, but their porch, and I'm able to drink wine, enjoy the view, and just enjoy the time, and everything. And it's going to be beautiful and everything. So we will be having a private wine tasting, and they give you a charcuterie board, and just able to really enjoy it and everything. So we'll be doing that. And then from there, going to check out Main Street. And Main Street has some like antique shops, has also some modern shops that you can just shop and just enjoy yourself. So definitely, can chill out on Main Street and everything, and have that time on Main Street to shop. The whole purpose, one of the things, when you pay your registry, when you pay for the trip, you really just need to bring money for souvenirs and everything like that. Everything is really included. So from there, so we'll be on Main Street, and then that night we'll go back to where we're staying, and we're gonna have a private dinner with a private chef coming in, and I am super excited about that. And with the private meal, with the private dinner, it's also appetizer, a soup or a salad, and then the main entree. So you're getting a full meal, a full meal. So we're having that. It's gonna be wonderful. Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes we don't really get to dress up. So, however you view dressing up and looking nice, you do that, because for the dinner, I want you to dress up and be glamour, and however you define glamour. If you define glamour as whatever, and it's not whatever, it's however you feel beautiful, because that's the whole point. Something beautiful is however you feel that. So that night we get dressed up, we have our dinner, it's going to be beautiful, it's going to be lovely. And then we're gonna have like a little turn down service, have some fun and everything. And then that's the Saturday. And then on Sunday we're gonna have some activities as well as light breakfast, and then we'll be a farewell ceremony, and then we're gonna wrap up at 10 a.m. So we will be done by 10 a.m. So you have the opportunity to explore Fredericksburg some more, or get your flight out, or travel back. You can go to, it's some great spas in Fredericksburg, as well as it's a park. When I went for my personal retreat, I went there to see the sunrise, and that's a whole nother story for another day. But it's a beautiful park, that you can always go and check out, before you head out. So that's the weekend and everything. But I want to also just share some other important information with you. We have, and I'm looking over here, these are just my notes, and I want to make sure that I tell you everything. So the retreat is for women only. We will have security for the weekend. So if that's a concern for you, yes, we will have security for the entire weekend. It's a self-care retreat. I want you to show up authentically you. So however that may be, whatever that is for you. I am a believer. So it's not a Christian retreat. However, feel free to share your faith freely at the retreat. Because again, it's all about showing up authentically you. Let me see what else. The airport, if you're flying in, Austin and San Antonio airports are the closest, and we can always help you find assistance from transporting from Austin to Fredericksburg to or San Antonio to Fredericksburg. The company that we're using for our transportation while there, because you don't have to worry about transportation either, they also go to Fredericksburg, go to San Antonio or Austin to pick people up from the airport. There will be a fee associated with, an additional fee associated with it, but just want to tell you that is an option, or you can, rent a car or find your own transportation. Like I said, lodgings included, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, wine, of course, private wine tasting, private chef. We are going to have different workshops and everything, individual and group activities. I will tell you, a couple of things. Transportation is included. You will receive a personalized B&E box. So our quarterly subscription box, we call that our B&E box. So for the retreat, you will receive a personalized B&E box. So once you register, I actually have a fun questionnaire for you to fill out, complete, get all your fun information about you. And then we're gonna put a box together that's especially just for you and everything. So that's also included. We also have a conversation with me one on one. I'll be having the conversations throughout the weekend, just one on one conversation. Just think of it as two girlfriends talking, because I love helping people get unstuck. Or I just love having conversation and just encouraging individuals to do what they love to do, what they desire to do. And I'll be one of your biggest cheerleaders. So just think of it as just a one-on-one conversation with your girlfriend, and I'm going to be your hype person, your hype woman, and help you move on. Move to the next steps for your event, for your item that you are thinking about, dreaming about, that's been really just been in your heart, that you probably haven't moved on, or anything such as that. So just a good old great girlfriend conversation, catching up. Okay. um we're gonna have fun. We are definitely gonna have fun. If you do have a dietary restrictions, once you register and I send you that questionnaire, there is a space on the questionnaire that you can share your dietary restrictions, or if you go through, or if you are on a special diet, if it's vegan or whatever your diet may be, you may put that on the registration, so we'll accommodate that. And there is. I told you about the attire. So Friday is comfy clothes. Saturday, comfy clothes, casual clothes. That night is glam up, however you feel comfortable glamming up. And then Sunday is comfy clothes, relaxing clothes, because you'll be traveling. So I really took that into consideration when I thought about the activities that we'll be doing. Um, Okay. At this, so unfortunately, the trip is all inclusive. So it is no a la carte. So if there's an activity you don't particularly want to um, participate in, that doesn't if you have activity that you don't want to participate in, um unfortunately the entire trip is all inclusive. So there's no way to separate different activities and things such as that. So just want to make you aware of it. It's an all inclusive trip. The other thing I want to talk about, let's talk about, so a couple things. Last bit of information I want to discuss with you is is the trip refundable? Unfortunately, no, the trip is not refundable, because I want you to be there. I want you to come. I want you to come. However, we do allow one-time transfer. So if you need a transfer to your friend, or a family member, in case you cannot make it. Um, and now, last but certainly not least, you're probably like, well, how much does all this cost? What is the investment for something beautiful, self care retreat? What is the investment in you? Because I really want this weekend to be a weekend that you meet other ladies, it's fun, it's interactive, but you also that your cup is full, right? When you leave, my goal is for you to walk away with your cup full. As women, we tend to wear so many different hats, but think about if you take one weekend and focus on yourself for that weekend, what difference that will make. What difference will that be for you as a mother, as a sister, as a daughter, as a friend, a girlfriend, a co-worker, for your community organizations. What will one weekend really diving in for yourself? What would that do, right? So I want you to keep that in mind. So the cost for single occupancy is $13.50. For double occupancy is $12.50, and so the deposit is $250, and is due by March 30th to secure your spot. Space is limited, so to secure your spot, you pay $250. And then from there, you can make. We actually encourage you to make monthly payments. The monthly payments for the next 6 months would be, for single occupancy is $184 per month, and for double occupancy is $167 per month. So that's how it is, and then all the final payments are due by September 30th. So everything has to be paid in full by September 30th, and we want to make it affordable monthly for you to pay. Once you make the deposit, you'll pay your deposit on our website, www.breatheandexhale360.com. Once you make your deposit, then from there we're going to actually send you monthly invoices through PayPal. So you'll be getting a monthly invoice from us, and then you'll just make the monthly payments, either $184 for single or double occupancy $167. And I wanted to just really explain to the single and double occupancy, what that really mean is that it's just either one bed in the room or two beds in the room. The one bed in the room could be a queen or could be a king, and then in the double room, it can be it's two beds in the room. So I just want to make sure that that's explained as well. So just know, and the monthly payments, the invoice will go out couple days before the 15th. The due date is the 15th. However, as long as everything is paid in full by September 30th. But yes, you'll receive a payment, and you'll receive an invoice, and payment is due on the 15th of every month. So wanted to share all those great things about Something Beautiful Self-Care Retreat. I think it's going to be a great time. I have planned the event. I have shared it with a couple of my teams, people that are close to me, asking their opinions and everything, and they're all excited. They're like, "Oh my gosh, this is really going to be a great event." So just know you're going to be in good hands if you come to Something Beautiful Self-Care Retreat. And I definitely cannot wait to meet you, to love on you, to encourage you, and just simply for us just to have a great time for the weekend. And I can't wait. I personally cannot wait. All right. Well, that is it. So now you know a little more about me, Shana-Lee, who is the CEO and founder of Breathe and Exhale 360. You know how Breathe and Exhale was formed, as well as and how we are just morphing. And here we are now at our first annual self-care retreat, Something Beautiful. And I hope that you make your deposits, secure your spots, because I am definitely just cannot wait to meet you. Thank you. Have a great week. Have a great day. Have a great. I am just so excited. I'm so excited to meet you. So I can't wait to meet you, and I hope that you again have a great week, a great day, and all right. Talk to you later. Bye.